two questions that I'm going to answer for. Who is corporate? Who's stolen the money from people have been used as scapegoats? Got this from a very reliable source. Who is corporate? There's actually 5 people that are in corporate. The first 2 are called Kevin. It's Jayden Wei, Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. That corporate have been withdrawing all the Bitcoin. And there was no whale trading, no investment on startups, and they had absolutely no intentions to pay anyone their money back. One of these VIP fives were offered huge money to create a slow exit. Brenda Chunga, she is now meant to be informing authorities, nor have we seen Keith Williams. Keith, this suit, this is a Ted Baker suit. It's not a cheap suit. I got you featured in the New York Times. Quite proud of that, actually. Hello, I'm Danny DeHeck, and I'm your saviour from HyperVerse. I have got some announcements that you would not have heard. I've got 1 million people searching for the answers, and I've got some amazing information that I'm going to share with you tonight. My name is Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I earned that nickname by exposing people who are running and promoting Ponzi schemes. I'm on a quest to name and shame anyone that is out there promoting a Ponzi scheme or running a scam. Tonight, I've got 2 questions that I'm going to answer for you. The first one is, who is corporate? Who's the corporate people they keep referring to in HyperVerse? And the other one is, who's got the money? Who's stolen the money from all the members? Now, there's meant to be 1 million members that are promised to get their money back. And recently, we have Sam Lee sticking his ugly head out, and this has caused a lot of friction in the community. And I have some answers that I'm going to share with you today. Now, I'm dyslexic. I do struggle with reading words, but I have actually taken some notes, and I've got them in front of me, and I'm going to read them. So I'm not going to get them perfect, but I didn't want to get the information I'm about to share with you wrong. So I'll be honest, as much as I don't like people that promote Ponzi schemes or run scams, I've noted that everyone does have a conscience and everyone does have limitations on how far they will go. Some people are victims and other people have been used as scapegoats. There's no doubt about that. My mother used to always say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. She used to also tell me never to leave Jehovah, so I didn't always listen to her, thank God. In saying that, I would like to deliver some earth-shattering news about HyperVerse. This is not clickbait information. I have got this from a very reliable source. First of all, I said I'd answer the question, who is corporate? And the other question is, where has all the money gone? There's actually 5 people that are in corporate. The first 2 are called Kevin. We don't know their identity because they've never made any public appearance. So I can't help you there. But there is 5 people in corporate. The 3 that we do know is Jayden Wei, Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. And there's the 2 Kevins. So that's the 5 people in corporate. What else I can tell you is Jayden, Sam, and Ryan have all been part of a company called HyperTech Group. And this is the company that Sam Lee has been talking about recently. And he's saying that they are responsible for the technology behind the platform that HyperVerse run on. There's been two announcements from HyperVerse recently. One is their system got hacked and they had to pay a hacker $400,000 to get back all the money. And also there's another announcement today that I'm not familiar with, and it's not in my notes. I'm not going to tell you. However, the HyperVerse group is on their back foot because Sam Lee, who I've been told is a narc, is causing a lot of friction with his previous business partners. If you go way back to the start, it started from a company called Bitcoin Group. Colin Star Capital was formed, and then that's when HyperTech Group came around. Then they created different brands within it. You will be familiar with, well, you may be familiar with HyperCapital, HyperFund, HyperVerse, HyperNation, HyperBond, HyperCosmos, HyperPlanet, HyperStore. Yes, a whole lot of hype with different crypto coins and token all wound up in them. One of these companies did actually get acquired by a company called Digital X. And if I was a private investigator, I would be researching a company called Digital X because it's acquired one of those companies. And that company was actually listed on a stock exchange. I'm not sure which one. I think it was the Australian Stock Exchange or maybe a bigger stock exchange. So they basically they acquired a company that was already on a stock exchange by default, and Digital X was that company. Now, if you stick with me, I will tell you lots of stuff you may not know. If you wanted to catch the above people, especially Jayden, which I have seen videos of him, and I've obviously seen lots of Ryan, and obviously recently I've been watching a lot of videos with Sam. If you wanted to catch the above people, I have a recommendation for people if they want to go fishing and actually track these people down. But first, let me tell you about an unsung hero. His name is Vinny, and he's from Wellington in New Zealand. I live in New Zealand. I live in Christchurch. Vinny actually produced 10 videos exposing HyperVerse on his YouTube channel. So if you search for the YouTube channel Project Frugal, he currently has around about 1,100 subscribers. And we were both producing videos around about the same time. He was brilliant at doing research. He dug deep and he got some amazing information. He really should have 100,000 subscribers. So if you do check out his channel and you do go through his content, do the right thing and do subscribe. He would really appreciate that. He's all about saving people money and being frugal. So he's got some great ideas on there as well. Now, he doesn't know I'm using his videos. However, he will thank me for highlighting his hard work. So this person that's given me the information about where the money is and also how many people were involved in corporate said that Sam informed one of the VIP fives that corporate had been withdrawing all the Bitcoin. And there was no whale trading, no investment on startups, and no intention to pay people back. Now that is fraud. So let's repeat that. So somebody informed Sam Lee, the narc, informed a VIP 5 that they were withdrawing all the money into Bitcoin. There was no whale trading, as they alleged to the top VIP 5s. No investments in startups, as they were preaching to other people who were investing in the company. And they had absolutely no intentions to pay anyone their money back. I won't read it a third time. I think you got the point. Now, one of these VIP 5s were offered huge money to create a slow exit. But that was over the line. And they didn't take the money that had been offered. Another source that I got a phone call late one night was telling me that Brenda Chunga had been taken in for questioning. She had been questioned in early December for about 3 hours. What they got out of her was the fact that she alleged that she'd only ever taken $1 million out of HyperVerse. If you go through all the videos I've watched, at one point she actually won 1 million Bitcoin. I've heard rumours. I tried to get my information right. I heard that she'd bought a house in Dubai and also heard that she'd bought another house somewhere else. She is now meant to be informing authorities and helping them track down where the money is. Since she has been brought in for questioning, we haven't seen her on the leadership meetings, nor have we seen Keith Williams. Keith Williams, I'm not throwing him under the bus, but isn't honest. That's what I heard. Corporate were complaining about the lies he had been creating. I was in the New York Times, and Keith, this suit, this is a Ted Baker suit. It's not a cheap suit. It cost me $1,500. So next time you want to insult Danny the Heck and give me a hard time because I rent a house and don't pay a mortgage, just remember, I got you featured in the New York Times. Quite proud of that, actually. Anyway, let's go back on target rather than rubbing salt in the wound. In a few minutes, I'm going to go through a collection of videos, announcements from Stephen Reece Lewis, who was a fake CEO that we never have actually tracked down. I believe those three people and the two Kevins have the money in crypto wallets. I was told from an extremely reliable source that they have the crypto, the majority of the money, hidden in wallets. Right, so if I was a private investigator and I was looking for these people, I would literally go through Vinny's Project Frugal YouTube channel and find everyone that's been involved in this company in the last 10 years. Surely some of these people are still in touch with Jayden, Ryan Zhu, or Sam Lee. We know Sam Lee's in Dubai. We're not sure where Ryan Zhu is. I received a video the other day of him vacuuming his floor in an apartment. I checked out all the light switches. It does look like it's an American apartment. It's not a big mansion. So some things I want to show you. I'm going to park my notes over to the side. I'm going to go through some video footage. I'll just get myself in order. Alrighty-o. So the first video I wanted to show you is a video of actually Sam Lee when he was on the bones of his ass. But see if you can listen to this.
How do you know? They're not pay away?
No. It's inclusive. Maybe later when I'm actually earning some money, okay?
Okay, but it's better once you're earning some money, the rest of the price is long time. We test again, it's not well, but it's better
Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go back to the presentation to see what the presenter has got to say about.
Excellent. So meet Vinny, my mate from Wellington. That was just a small little snippet of just showing you they heard some ancient footage of Sam Lee, and he went right back to finding every single thing he could about him. So this one here, you may have seen me play this before, but that's Sam Lee when he used to run the blockchain center in, I think it was Sydney or Melbourne. I think it was Melbourne. I'm just going to play a minute or 30 seconds of this.
的比特币企业，有很多人觉得我们很张扬，认为我们年少轻狂无知，但是那都不重要。
Hi, I'm Sam. I'd like to introduce you to my girlfriend, who has never betrayed me and my wife loves her very much. We all know who I'm talking about right here. It's Bitcoin.
嘿，大家好，我是火星人 Ryan。人类已经进入了星际时代，想移民火星吗？我们只收比特币。
Alan 哥，也许今天你不会记得我，但是当比特币风靡大街小巷的时候，你一定会想起我。
我们是澳洲合伙人。
Yeah, so I don't know where Alan is, and I don't know if he's involved at the moment, but he's not part of corporate, going by my research. And the other thing I wanted to show you is about 1729 in. I will put the timestamps, but you would be familiar with Ryan talking about this.
We've already tried Washington State, Iceland, and Inner Mongolia. Then we come here. Many people think Bitcoin is a virtual currency. Virtual means doesn't exist, but actually to me it's quite real because we need to buy the supercomputer. We need to burn electricity and to generate a Bitcoin. And it's very difficult to get one. On our Bitcoin mining site, there is a real gold mining factory here. Yeah.
An interesting video there.
So if you go through Vinny's articles, he shows you every company. He shows you all the directors. He just goes through. He goes to town on it. You know, we were talking. He gave me the whole historical timeline. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find one there of the historical timeline of Bitcoin Group right through to HyperNation today. He's just done an amazing bit of research, and I believe that I've just been going through Vinny's videos just tonight again, and I'm looking at the research he's done. There's enough information in here to capture other people that would be associated with us, with them all. So now I'm going to go to 3:30, and because we want to show you how Jayden's involved in this. And also I want you to really focus on the company Digital X and their involvement in it as well. As far as I'm concerned, I think Digital X is an Australian company, and that's where I'd be starting my investigation if I was a private investigator.
And here's an article on zdnet.com. Blockchain Global scoops up Digital X's Bitcoin liquidity desk in February 2017. We scroll down a little bit here. We can see Digital X found itself listed on the ASX after performing a reverse takeover of investment firm Macro Energy. So HyperTech Group claiming that they're listed on the Australian Stock Exchange is not exactly true. It's more of a case of they have invested into Digital X, and then Digital X itself has done a reverse takeover of an investment firm that was listed on the ASX. So when they talk about listed companies, take it with a grain of salt. And later on in June 2017, Blockchain Global uses Bitcoin to take 40% stake in ASX listed Digital X. Proof again.
So just if you're not familiar with that, so Blockchain Global was Sam's baby, and at one point 40% of that company was owned by, I think, Star Group, or as he just said, HyperTech Group. So that's where they're all interlinked. So you can see there's a big history here with Sam Lee and Ryan. And as he said in the videos just the other day, that he's done 3 bull runs with these guys before, and this one here. And there's no doubt in my mind that these 3 guys actually have your money. So we need to get these guys in court. We need to give this information to investigators. You need to go through Project Frugal's 10 videos on HyperVerse and find out the names and the acquaintances of these guys. We've got wife details, you know, like Sam Lee, wife or partner was investing in another company. You know, we've got all their names, we've got all their details. We've even got, Vinny's gone and got, you know, like this one here, for example, we've actually found where
so we're going to
the buildings were, where they were situated.
This is their current address.
And this is where the humble beginnings were.
JYJ and Associates, certified practicing accountants and tax agents.
Vinny works for a government department, and I pity the person that gets investigated by him, I tell you. Now, I'm just going to turn the sound down on this one, but this is Cash, Hcash, which you would have heard about. This is them. You can see, you remember I put a video on my shorts of Ryan singing karaoke, and it does look like it's in China, but I'm not sure. So if you have a look at those shorts and you do recognize where he's singing, I'm actually have been texting the person who seems to be living with him, sending me the photos of him singing karaoke, out learning how to waveboard, and also vacuuming his apartment in the morning. But I'm not getting any more information, and any information would be much appreciated. If you go to dehick.com and click on the contact page, you can submit information anonymously, and I'm building a large database in here of things, you of people and scams, and I'm doing a lot of research on, different people that I have and the like, and I'm sort of really going to town on it. I even am currently investigating another guy that owns a company, would you believe, called Hyper Technologies, nickname HyperTech. So it's really unusual that there's Sam Lee, who's got HyperTech Group, when I've been investigating this guy by Stephen McCullah, who owns Hyper Technologies, nickname HyperTech Group. The scammers are all over the place. Let's not get started. So this is Project Frugal's videos. If you get stuck, there will be a link underneath this video. But now I want to go to part number 4, and I want to play this video so you can see all the hype that's been around here, and you can also see the relationships of these guys, what they're doing and the like. So this was an HCash event. I think it was 2020 when this was happening, but it's a lot of drama. And at the end, you can see them getting right into it. And Ryan Zhu is at the lead. There he is on the mic. So, yes, that's pretty scary stuff. There's no doubt, 2020. There's no doubt that these guys have stolen your money. There's no doubt that these guys still have your money. So don't muck around. I had a phone call from a guy the other day whose family had lost $5 million. He said excess of $5 million. And this was money put in, not money got out. He got $32,000 out at one stage. It went into the Who exchange, and he said they managed to claw back $1,600 from a $5 million investment. Anyway, let's have a listen to this one.
Wow. Just wow. Amazing. Were you blown away just like me? Of course you were. But it gets better, because here's the official blurb. Let's check out Yahoo Finance. So we can see here, June 11th, 2020, HyperTech Group announces launch of HyperFund and the Ogilvy project. Blah, 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 blah. And we've got some event attendees included Ryan Zhu, founder of Collinstar Capital and founder of HyperTech Group, Sam Lee, of course, all the good guys are there. We got the HyperTech Group CEO Jayden Wei, as well as HCash CEO Adam Jerry and CMO Andrew Wasilovich.
Well done, Vinny. Really good job. So if you have a look at my picture, you can see you've got Jayden Wei, Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. And the reason why I showed you that document is because I wanted to show you that Jayden doesn't seem to be involved all the way through. But this is where I can actually show you he's actively involved in HyperTech Group. And last time I saw a video of him, he was in Dubai as well. It seems to be the haven of them all. The other thing I wanted to show you was number 29. So let's have a go down to that area. 29. And this was just a bit of an interest state, because remember, we've been alleged that these guys have been conniving to get rich for a long time. They've had many goes at startups. They try to do fundraisers. If you go through, especially videos, part 1 right through to part 4, Vinny will actually show you the whole timeline of this company. If you're really interested in where your money is, you need to look at this sort of stuff. And then right down to 29, which is only, I'll let it play, and you can see where Ryan Zhu used to work. Go, Vinny.
Yeah. So this is basically April 2021. And he is going to be a chief strategy officer and director. And I can tell you how much money that is, 120 grand per annum. If we go over here, so this is April 2021. And this is filings on the Security and Exchange Commission. And basically, if we scroll down here a little bit, Mr. Ryan Zhu, co-founder of this, that, and the other thing, has been approved by the board of directors, effective immediately. By the time October rolls round, no longer the director. He resigns, getting paid $120,000 presumably, as we've got down here. If you're a multi-billionaire, why are you going to work for a company for 120 grand? Doesn't make.
Yeah, so that's just showing you some of the hype. Now, this is a really good point that Vinny just made. If you were a billionaire, because that's what he is painted as, wasn't he? If you go through the hyper presentation, I actually put the hyper presentation back on my YouTube channel. It's about 5 videos in, and you can actually see Ryan Zhu the video where it tells you that he's in charge of over 300 enterprises or companies and the like, and all this sort of carry on. But what I was trying to get at with just showing you Vinny's stuff, just a snippet of what Vinny does and has put together, is that there's been many companies acquiring other companies, overlapping companies, and as they claim that their companies have been on the share market, but they haven't. They've just been acquired. It just goes on and on. But I'll just flick through, some of the articles that he's managed to find are just absolutely awesome. So you can even see here, this is where it was used to be called HyperCapital. So this is Ryan, where they've painted him, as a part owner of Binance, would you believe? Colin Star Group, Hcash, Genetic Technologies, and and it's just a whole lot of hype, literally about nothing. And Vinny's done a bloody good job. So if you do go to his channel and you do watch, please do subscribe. And as I said earlier on, you might learn some more gardening things. So what else did I want to mention? I'll just check my notes. I'm going to run through some historical videos because I have been given quite a lot of flack by people who invest in Ponzi schemes. So what I want to do now is basically have a little bit of fun, because I don't get paid, and I've never invested in any Ponzi scheme whatsoever. I mean, if you want to, somebody bought me 5 cups of coffee the other day on buying me a cup of coffee. It's linked at the top of my YouTube channel. It's the first time I've ever received any direct money from anyone who watched my content. So I really do thank people who do that. It does make a difference. I spend 75% of my week just building videos and trying to bust these Ponzi schemes. My hidden agenda is I would like to build my YouTube channel to a larger audience. And also I'd like to bust more people and save lots of money. Every single day I get an email from someone telling me they lost their money to a scam. I had a lady this morning who told me that her husband had put in $150,000 and she'd got involved in another scam and put in nearly $12,000 hoping to trade her way out of it. He put $150,000 into HyperVerse. I'm getting emails like this all the time. So now she's lost over $160,000. And when I first started doing these scams, I literally thought that people who were putting their money in were just greedy people. And it's a really confusing thing. It's not. A lot of people are putting money into HyperVerse out of desperation. I mean, people took out all their pension fund, and their pension fund was only like $25,000. If you read my article in the New York Times, they embedded a video about Mike Lucas. Now, Mike Lucas was, I think he was 61 years of age. He was on a sickness benefit. He'd saved up $25,000 of his money. And I put a video out there pleading Keith Williams to actually pay back his money and give the guy's money back. And there's been millions and millions of dollars, exchanged hands. And there is 3 sides of it. There's the people, what I call the passive investor, who's been sold that this will be able to. One guy put in $26,000, quit his job, and he was going to live off the passive income that the money was paying way back at the beginning of 2022. And then he got paid out for the first 2 months, and then all the funds got frozen. His wife is now working full time. She's the breadwinner. He can't get a job. And the other thing is, he said bills are mounting, and he wanted my advice on another get-rich-quick opportunity when he gets himself back on his feet. And I'm going, there's no such thing. If it involves crypto, multi-level marketing, just forget about it. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring up my video. This one's going to be a bit of a funny one. I've got a little bit of an intro, and I hope you enjoy it. But this video, and this is what people signed up for. So this is actually the video that was actually used when HyperVerse did their first presentation. So when everyone was sitting there and they've been involved in HyperFund and they released HyperVerse, this video was out there to tell people basically that this is what the ecosystem was going to be. It's a virtual world where people would be able to chop up bits of real estate and sell it. And this was the investment opportunities that were sold to many people, including the VIP 5s. Now, I'm not going to be too hard on the VIP 5s on this one, because a lot of them really did believe that this was an investment opportunity. Mark Zuckerberg came out and basically said that he was building a metaverse. And then all these other companies have now gone out there and said they're building their version of the metaverse. They're going to create an ecosystem, a platform where they can basically put a headset on and you can have a virtual world. And it's an opportunity just like crypto when it first started out, you know. So this video that you're looking at is not even HyperVerse's. This is actually stolen from a company called Dan Studios, and it was used at some world fair to show off the technology of them being video creators. And they contacted me to ask if I knew who HyperVerse was so they could prosecute them for using their video. And look at it, it's even got their logo in it. So it was absolutely ridiculous, really. Now, I have had 32,000 people, I think last time I count, actually watch my video. And people don't realize I'm wearing a suit today. I don't know. Why I wore a suit is I got so much flack at the start when I started busting HyperVerse. People told me I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't understand crypto, didn't understand what the blockchain was. And I'm going, I don't need to know anything about this because this is a Ponzi scheme. And I've always had the same message all the way through. So what I've done, I've taken my own 7 or 8 minute video and I were kind of impersonating Stephen Reece Lewis. And it was quite a lot of fun. I mean, people go, oh, you should be more serious. And I go, well, how can I take this seriously? But I'm literally trying to read this and trying to be fluid. And I've done Toastmasters and I've done speaker training, but I couldn't get this going. But ironically, this video actually looked like I was taking the piss out of Stephen Reece Lewis. And it was always the fun part of doing these videos. But just before I play this and show you all the Stephen Reece Lewis videos, I just want to reiterate what I said today. I'm just going to pull up my notes on my phone because I don't need to. I'm just going to pull up my notes that I've got over here. And I just want you guys to listen to what I'm saying. As I said, I don't like these people who run Ponzi schemes, but sometimes they do have a conscience and they do feel like they're doing the right thing. I do believe there's been lots of scapegoats. And then so I wanted to tell people who corporate was. Now, if you missed it, there's 5 people who are corporate. 2 people are anonymous. They both have the same name and they're called Kevin. And then we've got Jayden Wei, Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. All right. Now, Jayden, Sam, and Ryan we have just shown you that they actually were part of HyperTech Group. Then those companies that rebrand, we had Bitcoin Group, we had McCullah Capital, and then come along Hyper Group, and they created different brands underneath them like HyperCapital, HyperFund, HyperVerse, HyperNation. And then you've got HyperBond, HyperCosmos, and now HyperPlanet and HyperStore. And also they had HyperBond, which I might have doubled up there. But then they created coins that they couldn't get on the exchanges. And it's been lies, hopes, and promises all the way through. So that's who corporate is. I've done over 150 videos on HyperVerse. And when I heard that, I thought that makes perfect sense. Now, a lot of people would go, I've always known that HyperTech Group was behind it, but did you know it was Ryan, Jayden, and Sam? And obviously a mystery Kevin twice, right? And then the other one, where is the money? Well, it's still out there, guys. So go after these guys. Go through Project Frugal's videos, follow his research, find any names of everyone that's mentioned in all the documentation, contact them all. Put them on a big whiteboard, get a mind map, and break this down. I mean, we know that Ryan may be in America. He may be in hiding. He's probably in Dubai. We don't know. We know that I didn't know where Sam was until the other day, but he's now living in Dubai, so I've heard. I've seen videos of Jayden in Dubai doing videos of the Majestic Tower. So these guys are trackable. And as a team, they can't. There's a million people that are meant to be involved in HyperVerse. So I'm surely, as a team, a bunch of scouts, I'm sure you can find them. So why did I get this information? It doesn't matter who I got this information from, but one of the VIPs was told by Sam Lee, that they had been withdrawing the money. I'm just going to get this right. So they've had some bad owners. Where is it? Where did I put it? So they have, where is it? I hate when I do that. Where is it? I don't need to reiterate it, but they often really, why can't I read my own words? There it is. All right, Sam informed one of the VIPs that all five of them had been withdrawing the money into Bitcoin. So they must have had a thing where they were telling people they were going to do whale trading. That's what they might have told the VIPs. There was no investments on startups, and there was no intention to pay people back ever. And the money is still in these wallets. It's not gone. I've always said you'll never get your money back. But I reckon if you go after those three people, that is who corporate is. This isn't rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. This is the heck science. There's no other corporate. To my knowledge, I've never heard of any investors. I've never heard of an investment opportunity that's come up. So it makes perfect sense that those five people in corporate have the money in crypto wallets. It would have taken a big hit when the dive of crypto, but there's still a possibility out there that the money is out there. All right, so I'm going to have a bit of fun. So this is a cut down version of my original video warning people about HyperVerse, and then I'm going to go through some timelines with Stephen Reece Lewis. So let's enjoy this. Well, I hope you'll enjoy it. I put my suit on, I'm all dressed up and ready to rock and roll. Hello everyone, I'm Danny DeHeck, and I'm your saviour from HyperVerse. Ryan, Sam, and the new CEO, Stephen, have now fled to Dubai. HyperVerse or HyperFund may be operating a scam with a promise of 300% return for your investment within 600 days. If you recruit other people, you will also get paid an additional 20%. I would break. And that's one of the things I was going to talk about too, is the reason why this took off so strongly is even if I deposited $1,000 and I was prepared to wait 600 days to get 3 times my investment, or when they went to version 2, I'd have to wait 1,330 days to get 4 times my money, then a lot of people never tried to withdraw their money. So they were just passive investors, and they might have been rebuys and the like. But the VIP 5s that sold it to them would actually get 20% of that money put into their back-end accounts straight away. So that's what was happening. They had people creating different accounts, and they're literally getting 20%. And then when the second tier introduced somebody who may have paid $1,000, then there would be another 15%. And my calculations showed that 52% of the money that went into HyperVerse actually went out in rewards. So a lot of the VIPs who did a lot of hard work and did a lot of multi-level marketing, and that's what they are, all these people wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for multi-level marketing. So that's how they justify it. But unfortunately, I don't personally agree with it. That's my limitations. But if you can't get a job and you're trying to get something going, multi-level marketing can seem quite enticing. But that's what was happening. So the marketers were receiving the money now. The investors were waiting for their money to passively grow. And then you've got corporate who literally was taking the money out and put it, buying Bitcoin with it and taking it out of the system. So they are the ones. Bad owners have stolen the money from the members and the VIP 5s, even though any good Ponzi scheme always has people who make money at the start because they're the ones that rave about it to their friends or family. Even in 10 months' time if I invested. But the big question is, my friends, in 10 months' time, will this Ponzi scheme still be running? That's a good prediction, wasn't it? So this was a year ago I did this. Is being part of a Ponzi scheme ethical? The promise HyperVerse is making, it's all about the metaverse, which is something you may have heard of. And this includes a variety of NFTs. Now, the CEO, Stephen Reece Lewis, we've been looking for him, doesn't exist. There's no digital footprint. He's a mystery man that turned up behind a screen. No one's ever seen him in person. if you look at those guys doing these videos, you can actually see, like I am, reading off a teleprompter. And they're going to be fully compliant. Now, if you're living in Dubai, you don't need compliance. Yes, you're only limited by your own imagination. So don't invest in any company that offers you unrealistic returns on investment. Don't listen to your friends. They are trapped in HyperVerse. My message to you is, if it sounds too good to be true, it often is. If you like, board member and yeah, so unfortunately, if you want to go forward in life and you've lost money, I've got an awesome video on my YouTube channel. If you search for contemplating suicide, I've had 2 people in my family commit suicide because they couldn't live up to the expectations of the Jehovah's Witness organization. Religion, this is very much like, I did a video with Kim and Mikey, and they're 2 ex-Jehovah's Witnesses like myself, and we did 20 parallels between a religious cult and a Ponzi scheme, and they're quite similar. So my point of that is, when you've lost your money, you might be close to retirement, you might be home alone by yourself. If you do feel that way inclined, please do have a watch of my video, because I brought in a professional guy that's wrote a book here in New Zealand who's a genius at helping people who may be feeling suicidal from losing a lot of money. And that's why I speak out, because it's very dear to me. I've lost 2 people in my family to suicide, and I also used to run social groups, and I had 2 people in those groups actually took their own life. And one of them was home alone for 2.5 weeks before they found her. And it was just a very sad story. So this is serious stuff. I mean, you know, you got to, you know, speak out, tell people how you're feeling, and don't isolate yourself. But anyway, I want to go through the next 6 Stephen Reece Lewis videos and just listen to a lot of the claims that they said they were going to do that never eventuated. And my point of this is really, these guys will lie to you, and they're lying to you now about where your money is, and they're claiming to be victims, and they're literally lying to you through their teeth. Sam Lee, if you go to my YouTube channel, go to the last video where he was interviewed by the nodes, or the leaders of HyperVerse, and then I've done another video where he was interviewed by Tammy and Jackie of the Hyper Community Group, and he is lying, and I'm just about spitting and at the screen listening to these lies, and he's trying to get empathy with the audience. But anyway, listen to the lies. Now remember, Stephen Reece Lewis, no one's ever found him. No one. I've offered a $100 reward. I'm not rich. If anyone could find me the real Stephen Reece Lewis. But listen to these videos as they developed and as different things happened. Now just think about this. I'll just go on for a little bit more. 3 days ago, they did a new press release on their HyperVerse Medium account, telling us all that they had their bulletproof system hacked. Now in this video here, you'll hear them talking about how their system is bulletproof, and they don't, and you won't have to worry about your personal information being exposed. And that letter they sent out 3 days ago has now been removed. They said they had to pay the hacker $400,000 to get the money back. Now the hackers managed to theoretically take out $1, $2, $3, $4 billion, and then they reckon that they had talked to Binance and Bankman Fried, I've forgotten his name, sorry, FTX, is it? FTX, and asked them to cease anyone from taking out large sums of money through their exchanges. And it was just an absolutely lie, and now they've taken the article off. But this is the knee-jerk reactions we're getting, because Sam, right now, is sticking a poke in a fire where he shouldn't be. And as I've been informed by my informant, that Sam Lee is really a narc in Ponzi scheme world. All right, so let's have a listen to see the lies that they've said. You'll have to listen carefully. I'll try to turn it up as much as I can.
New Executive Officer of HyperTech Group. This video is a formal introduction of myself, my motivations for taking a new management role, and my visions for the future of HyperTech Group. As one of the most established players in the blockchain industry, HyperTech Group has made major strides in the adoption of blockchain technology in many regions, such as the United States, Germany, Hong Kong, Singapore, China, and more.
So just remember, I showed you Project Frugal's videos. that Digital X purchased a company owned by these. So it was like a reverse takeover. So these claims may not necessarily be wrong, but these companies got there by default, not by their cleverness, if that makes sense.
This was one of the many reasons why I decided to join HyperTech Group in the first place. To me, this was the place where we make things happen. It is unfortunate that with the China crypto ban, Chinese leaders in our management team have had to step down a little bit, but they will still spare no effort to keep the business running and growing and ensure that we will get through all difficulties smoothly.
So Ryan was basically showing you that they've tried to set up these mining computers in several different countries, and now they've found a place in China where they could run the computers at $10,000 a day, because that's what he alleged it cost. And then right at that time, they got kicked out of China as well. So I think a lot of this is fundraising to get money to keep the mining going, because I think that's where they thought the money is wherever it is. It's in their wallets now.
It is really a great honour for me to be part of this amazing execution team. I joined HyperTech Group in the beginning of 2021 and have been rotating around the different departments in the group to learn more about the different sections that we are currently working on. Amongst our different operations, I've been most heavily involved in the strategic planning and execution of some of the initiatives in the HyperTech ecosystem. I'm very excited to share with you some of the up-and-coming plans for the remaining of 2021 and the next year. Firstly, we just launched HyperPass, which gives our members exclusive access to hypermining, a digital mining currency platform if you don't already know. We have also successfully...
So he's talking about HyperPass and hypermining. I've never heard of them. Maybe that's where wewe.Global comes into effect. Because they have mining, and also Novatech, I think they have mining, but I've never heard of anything actually happening in the way of mining for HyperVerse or Hyper whatever.
Expanded to and established new mining infrastructures in Dubai's International Data Centre. Hypermining contracts were a huge hit since launch, and we usually sell out each batch within a week, with some being sold out within 2 days or less. In my opinion, Filecoin is still largely undervalued, and the next few months will be a moment of price discovery as we continue to explore more utility in the ecosystem in general. The HyperTech ecosystem will definitely be a key player in the frontiers of the blockchain industry. These are just some of the new initiatives you can expect to see as we continue to provide avenues through which our members are able to explore new opportunities in a simple, seamless and effective manner. I can't wait to share more with all of you, so stay tuned as we line up more and more new stuff going into 2022 with bigger news yet to be released. I'm so excited about the future of the HyperTech Group, especially with the HyperTech ecosystem blazing through an amazing 2021, and I sincerely hope all of you will continue alongside us for this journey ahead. We will create a new chapter in history. Thank you for your continued support, and I hope to see you all very soon.
Hello everyone. Yeah, so that's the first one. There's 5 more. This was the hard case. This is why I actually wore a suit tonight, because I wanted to dress up next to Stephen Reece-Lewis. So let's have a listen to see what he says. Evening, everybody. This is Stephen Reece-Lewis. I got good at saying that after watching these a few times.
Stephen Reece-Lewis, CEO of HyperVerse. Since we celebrated our official HyperVerse launch event on the 5th of December, I've received overwhelming feedback from our community.
That's only a year ago, and Sam Lee was actually on that presentation. And when I watched that presentation, I thought Sam didn't mention anything about HyperVerse in the actual, when he was put into that presentation. And I thought, at a point there, I thought, is Sam actually really involved? Because Blockchain Global was a separate company that actually tried 3 times to get listed on the Australian Stock Exchange and finally did get listed, and then they got $50 million worth of investment money and then they took off of all the money. And to this date, the liquidators are still looking for Sam. So you've got Sam that's a fugitive if we went back to Australia because $50 million has gone missing. And that was Blockchain Global. Now, Blockchain Global, 40% of that was owned by now I could have the name wrong, is it HyperTech Group or HyperCapital? One of those two companies actually owned 40%, which is Ryan Jew. And obviously Jayden coming later on. So let's carry on, Stephen Reece Lewis.
Many were excited for the future direction of our companies, and some have even started their own extensive research into the metaverse. Our HyperVerse ecosystem is focused a lot on our own metaverse, and that includes a variety of NFTs.
So it's funny the NFTs have come out way at the very end with HyperNation, isn't it? I did think of something else that was really important about that. Whenever you hear them promoting HyperVerse and the packages you buy, they very rarely talk about the ecosystem that they were selling at the start of this, obviously.
Non-fungible tokens, which are a fancy name for a unique piece of digital property on the blockchain. Art, music, sports memorabilia, and trading cards, games, and many other areas are finding NFTs are a unique and verifiable new way to identify something on its own. More and more mainstream companies have been trying to get a slice of the pie, and the latest one should be a familiar name for most of us, Nike. The sportswear giant have just acquired an NFT studio called RTFKT, which primarily makes NFTs for sneakers for the metaverse.
Now, I bought some Marvel comics on Mimi, which was a place where I stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning, and I purchased these NFT comics, and they were $7 each. They would drop 60,000 of them. They'd literally be sold in 30 seconds. And then I did that. I bought, I don't know, about 10 comics all up. One of them got up to $400. I managed to sell it for $300. And that same comic is now worth about $30 if I'm lucky. And that was before the crash. But my point is, after putting my money into this platform, I couldn't get my money out of the platform. There was no way of converting what I put in back into USDT and getting it off the platform. And by that time, everyone was selling these comics and these NFTs to each other and trading them because they couldn't get their money out of the platform. So they had nothing else to do with their money other than trade and switch deals. And to this day, I still do not know whether you can convert my comics that I don't even look at anymore into USDT and get my money off the platform. And that's the problem with a lot of these NFTs. I think the NFTs should have been set up for people like Banksy and limited, but anyone can create some of these Ponzi schemes that I know of, actually creating a tool where you could mint your own NFTs. So you could come up with there's one called Super One that I've done a lot of busting on, and he's gone off to Yeti Images and bought images of sports players. Then he's made all these NFTs, different color washes over top of them. So he's literally selling photos of people like Tom Cruise as NFTs, and then, using them as cheat cards. And I think, oh my goodness, it's another corrupt way of, getting people to fork out money for something they think is valuable. But did you know that you are an NFT? You're a unique, fungible icon, whatever you are.
This is yet another major endorsement for the metaverse and the virtual economy it entails. And the funny thing is, Nike should be rightly considered late to the party. Other fashion brands like LV and Burberry have already launched several NFT campaigns to promote their products, and I foresee more companies will do so in 2022.
Right, so Facebook have actually laid off 11,000 staff, and they've spent $15 billion developing their version of the metaverse. And due to lack of interest, they've decided to back off on the project. Even though they're still pushing forward, but they're not doing anything that they were doing. Isn't that incredible? If Facebook, $15 billion and 1,100 staff can't do it, who can?
When we look at the metaverse, a very obvious trend is appearing. You can catch mentions of the metaverse in the news every couple of days, and more celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Mariah Carey are endorsing crypto-related products. This is a very exciting period for the entire market as a whole. We are poised to take advantage of the opportunity we are given to secure the best possible participation for our members. The world of the metaverse and of NFTs is exciting, and we are committed to this world. Some parts have been regularity complexities to work through, and some parts are very straightforward. We are addressing those in fully compliant fashion. The development of the HyperVerse ecosystem is well underway, and more updates will be announced shortly. Remember that our overall metaverse, we have two channels, one being the HyperVerse membership community and the other being the HyperVerse ecosystem, which are legally separate. As part of the HyperVerse community membership, you will always continue to receive the quality blockchain education that now includes information specific to the metaverse, and our innovative membership rewards program, which continues to daily benefit our loyal members. With the launch of the greater HyperVerse ecosystem, with details to emerge in 2022, you will discover even more optional products and services that may be available to you. So open your thinking and join us in accelerating the construction of the digital future where you are only limited by your own imagination. Hello, everyone. This is Stephen here. It's been a...
Stephen here. I've just got to change my battery, but just before I do that, don't know why I left it to this stage to do the battery. Just, it does, they actually told you there, because this is corporate, so you've got Jayden, Sam and Ryan, two Kevins. They actually told you that they were building an ecosystem or a metaverse, and there has been absolutely no proof. There's been nothing. Even that video that I played at the start is them showing us that that's their version of the ecosystem or the metaverse, and they haven't been doing one of the things that they said they were doing. So they've been selling you a hope or a dream and not delivering anything to do. I'm just going to whip the camera off and change the battery, so I won't be a second. To you, it will be a split second. Right, that was a split second. Right, let's go back to Stephen.
Well, since I last connected with you in January through video, we've been busy behind the scenes working on our HyperVerse ecosystem.
That's a lie. Now, this is interesting because this is when they started to get a lot of withdrawal failures. So every time from now on, every time you saw a new Stephen Reece Lewis out there, something major was happening, and they were doing knee-jerk reactions and coming out with new videos more and more regularly. And that's exactly what's happened. We haven't heard from HyperVerse for the last 9 months, and then all of a sudden Sam Lee comes out and starts talking to the hyper community. You're thinking, why is he doing that? Because he's obviously had a fallout with his business partners, and now he's decided to come out and speak. And then instantly we get 2 articles in the last week going on to the HyperVerse website. I don't know who's writing them because they're in good English, but you know, it's amazing. So let's listen to see what's gone wrong, and let's see what they're proposing to do about fixing it.
And I updated that on my Twitter channel. I hope everyone is doing well. Besides the ongoing pandemic, we now have the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and it pains me to watch innocent citizens suffering from political affairs. Wherever you may be, please stay safe.
Like they really care about people, not.
Today, I just want to give our hyper community an update on what we have been doing.
That's right, because I think they were getting called out for not doing anything, I assume, but now they'll come up with some bullshit stories.
The team has been working really hard to prepare for the launch of the HyperVerse world. There are multiple ongoing developments within the HyperVerse ecosystem, and we are very excited to slowly unreveal and share them with you. The HyperVerse ecosystem comprises of a few key components, including DeFi, NFT, DAO, and GameFi. Some of this terminology may be still new to many of you, and I hope you are learning more from the Academy in the HyperVerse back office about the metaverse and our HyperVerse in particular.
A lot of people who lost their money were told that they should be grateful about the information that they've learnt from the back end and shouldn't be so ungrateful about the money they can't withdraw out of the platform. One guy who was in the video with Sam Lee, who really gave him a hard time. His name was Avatar, and he was brilliant. He really gave Sam Lee a grilling. And he said, when we signed up for Metaverse, we didn't know anything about the blockchain. We didn't know anything about the ecosystem, but boy, do we know a lot now. And this is the problem they've got with their own members. A lot of them I've seen were trying to transfer money from a Bitcoin wallet into the platform so they could buy their membership account. They didn't know what they were doing, but as they have gained a lot of education by being involved in this Ponzi scheme. So now the members are quite clued up and they're used to all the jargon, because when HyperNation came out, some of the jargon they used in the presentation was just over my head by about 10 levels.
All of these elements form the core HyperVerse world and will be integrated to provide users with an unparalleled experience in the metaverse. And as you already know, HVT is our in-world currency that will govern all operations in the ecosystem.
So that's worth about 0.1 at the moment.
So to celebrate the progressive development of the HyperVerse world, we have launched an exclusive promotion since the beginning of March. And I'm pleased to announce that we have extended this special promotion. As you will have seen, for HyperVerse members, you get to enjoy a special 4 times reward with every HyperVerse 2.0 membership you acquire.
So this was the point where they thought that they were throwing some people under the bus, and I'm not going to name any names, but they were basically saying that some of the VIPs 5, and I've done quite a few videos of Keith Williams and Kalpesh Patel and other Amanda Lee from Australia, and they were actually saying it was okay to create multiple accounts. But this is where the corporate were actually going after the VIPs and throwing them under the bus, and basically saying that they were told that they could create multiple accounts. And I've heard them say it. And then when they have created these multiple accounts and their team structures, then corporates come out and basically said this is the reason it fell over. And this upset quite a few people, as you can imagine, because they were not told not to, but then getting blamed for the collapse. So this is one of the excuses they had. Used to be 600 days to get 3 times your investment, so they changed it to 4 times investment, but 1,330 days. And then they changed, they even had another offer they publicized, and then when the actual come out, the percentage-wise was different. So people switched over to the version 2 account and then realized once they got there that they literally changed the figures that they were going to pay out. So this is all part about keeping it going. But obviously now we've been told that these guys have been not investing as whales. What do they say? I've lost that there. I'm going to go through it again just in case you missed it. But the VIPs, Sam told one of the VIP 5s that they have been withdrawing the money out of HyperVerse into Bitcoin. There was no whale trading, no investments in startups, and no intention to pay people back. This is going on right now where Steve Reece Lewis is talking about this. These guys are stealing the money actively now. They're not building an ecosystem. It's just you've been lied to terribly.
If you didn't already, look at the banner in your back office and click on the membership tab. If you acquired one of the 4 times promotional memberships, it also unlocks a special 4 times rebuy option. We also have a special 5% additional accelerated reward for those who have referred others who have also acquired a 4 times membership.
So what they don't want you to do is obviously take the money out of the platform. They're trying to keep people in there because for some reason they think they were burning money, but it does sound like their own corporate have actually using it as an excuse. The corporate have been taking out the money and spending it like it's lolly water, obviously, or putting it into crypto wallets. So they've been killing their own platform.
So join in the excitement of this special HyperVerse 2.0 promotion. We do this to encourage and reward all of our community members who've been with us from the very start. We truly appreciate your support and hope that everyone will continue to join us in growing the HyperVerse ecosystem together. More information and updates on the ecosystem will be released later this month. So stay tuned for the announcements on our official website and social media channels. Lastly, we are aware that a small number of members are still experiencing trouble with some of the withdrawals and accounts being frozen.
It was more than a few. It was nearly everybody except the VIP 5, so I heard.
These are getting resolved. Some of it is still user error and can be fixed by using Firefox on a computer, and some of it still is a result of the glitch we found in our programming, and we are working our way through those manually.
So if you listen to Sam in the last video I did, he said that their software that runs HyperVerse is bulletproof, and all these excuses that they were coming up with about it being hacked and all that was just laughable. So he said, so I don't know why they come up with this stuff. And I do remember when I was trying to log in using Chrome, because I had a dummy account, which I just created a fake referral number, and I created an account and I could see the back end of HyperVerse. And to this day, I can still log in. Well, I think I can. I haven't checked for a while. Forgot my username and password. You wouldn't know, would you?
If you completed the Google form, you're in line to have the issue addressed by support.
And that was so funny because you had to upload a picture, and Google kept on coming back saying that the picture was not clear. So that was, to me at the time, everyone that complaining, no one could get their picture uploaded to Google. And it was just another stalling tactic.
And of course, some of the accounts that are frozen are complicated by people who use multiple accounts or found ways to try to scam the company.
Brace yourself. This one was just amazing. Every time Stephen Reece Lewis come out with a new video, people like me were grabbing these videos and doing a talk over on them and talking about what really happened. And when you've done 150 HyperVerse videos, to me, I've just had such good understanding. And a lot of these people, I know so much about them, and it just amazes me. But when you see this, watching this back is like going for a walk down memory lane.
We have people who've had multiple accounts, such as 3 or 5 or 7 accounts.
And they told people they could actually do that. One of my videos is 2020 when it was HyperFund. Amanda Lee and Keith Williams are talking about how they create multiple accounts, but if you're just a general person and you're a passive investor, don't bother. But it wasn't a bad taboo thing, because they wouldn't be telling 1,800 people on a Zoom meeting that it was okay if it wasn't, right?
But we've also had people with 15, 20, 30, 50, and a few with as many as 500 accounts.
Imagine opening 500 bank accounts and your bank says, you can't do that, you're going to bankrupt us. That's ridiculous, isn't it? So it's obviously a Ponzi scheme. So every time somebody creates an account, they are relying on that person either not withdrawing the money they put in and just rebuying, which means that you can get a reward and then put that in your account and compound it. Or you can, what else do? You do a rebuy, or you recruit 2 new people. And then when you recruit 2 new people, you get 20% of their setup fee.
These are cases of serious abuse of the system, and these obviously will take more time to resolve one by one. I cannot make a comprehensive announcement just yet on this multiple accounts issue, but we are finally very close to announcing a solution that can move everyone forward in the Hyper community to the intended 1 account per member situation that will be enforced going forward. Please bear in mind always that our excellent Hyper community benefits are given through our membership, provided that each member complies with the terms and conditions of the service agreement in order to qualify to receive the rewards. Thank you again to everyone in the Hyper community for being understanding as this complex situation is being resolved. That's all for now. Be sure to take advantage of the HyperVerse 2.0 4x promotion. You'll be hearing from me again shortly. Until then, take care and I'll see you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So you've got the VIP 5s that were still flogging it. A lot of them were still selling it to their friends or family, even though they knew that you couldn't get withdrawals out that was the part that didn't sit well with me. And there's also, in there's just a whole lot of stalling tactics. I hope I have the videos around the right way. I couldn't quite figure what number they were, but as these announcements got more and more interesting, we were literally trying to find where these images were in the background and what city the backdrops were in. Not that they weren't using green screen, but we were always trying to find as much information out about these companies as we could. So there'd be a team of us really searching hard, trying to find out where these guys were located. Obviously, Stephen Reece Lewis is a paid actor, and he's reading what he's told to read and addressing the nation, so to speak. Not a real CEO, just a newsreader, really.
This is Stephen, CEO of HyperVerse. How is everyone enjoying the new 4x promo?
The 4x promo is obviously a stalling tactic, isn't it?
We have so far. The promotion has been going on for a few weeks now, and I know that the feedback we have received was overwhelmingly positive.
It's brainwashing you into thinking it's a good thing.
I am thrilled to see our Hyper community expanding at such a rapid pace.
Boom.
And I'm excited to share that we will be having more upcoming campaigns to reward our community. As announced at our HyperVerse launch in December, and as I mentioned in my recent update, HVT is our own token and it's being used throughout our groundbreaking HyperVerse ecosystem.
That doesn't exist. Gotta have an elephant in the room. Haven't pushed any of those buttons yet.
The team is working on expanding the use cases and utility of our HVT tokens, which will be giving members more opportunities to explore our ecosystem's suites of products and services. Increased usage of the HVT tokens will no doubt help to increase its market value and price, something we expect to happen. We want you to be part of this journey. In line with this, we have been offering a few limited time events for early bird users to utilize your HVT tokens. I know that most of these subscription events have been oversubscribed very quickly, and some of you may have missed out on the chance to participate in them. Well, not to worry. I'm happy to announce that we will soon be hosting new flash events on a weekly basis, and our members can continue to use their HVT tokens to exchange for other cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dogecoin.
Yeah, did that actually happen? Anyone know?
At exclusive promotional prices.
Feel free to put comments. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. It does help get these videos out. And also, please do like and subscribe to my channel and also Project Frugal, where those videos were that I showed you. The in-depth information that he did is just breathtaking.
What's more, 100 lucky winners will be selected at the end of each event to win 100 HVT tokens.
Ooh, that'd be worth about nothing now.
This is just our way of thanking our members for your continued support all this while. We will continue to do our best to provide only the best products and services for our members. And we hope that you will enjoy the new initiatives that we have come up with. Thank you as always, and have a wonderful day. Hi everyone, this is Stephen, CEO of HyperVerse.
G'day, mate.
Today I want to talk to you about something very exciting, something that can change the very landscape of our HyperVerse platform, HyperVerse DeFi. Now, I know most of you are only focusing on Hyperdrive memberships, especially with the new 4x promo that we have added. However, you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you do not check out the other products on our platform. HyperVerse DeFi is a great way for our users to diversify your portfolio. And I think it also is a great way for new users to kickstart your DeFi journey. DeFi is short for decentralized finance. It's essentially a way for crypto users to try out different financial applications in a decentralized manner without any financial intermediaries or complicated regulations. Centralized finance institutions typically limit their investment services to institutional investors who need to jump through hoops to qualify or even invest hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started. With DeFi, these cumbersome restrictions are lifted, and investors can now have a firmer control over their money. With HyperVerse DeFi, users can manage and grow their digital assets through different types of products, such as savings, staking, and liquidity mining. Our very first DeFi product has already been released. It is called HVT Earn. It is a cryptocurrency staking service where users can stake their tokens to earn attractive rewards.
Don't really follow all this. I have learned a lot more about crypto since I've been doing all these videos, and I'm not a crypto genius. However, I really do value your skills. If you can explain a little bit about staking in the comment section, it would be much appreciated. If you know if you're not quite sure, don't bother. But if you are an expert, I'd love to have a defined word about staking, because at one point, HyperVerse couldn't get its coin onto a real exchange, as far as my knowledge goes. So they started doing these pancake swaps, which I think are decentralized exchanges. And now with FTX falling off the bandwagon, they're sort of saying, oh, never leave your money sitting on an exchange. You should always scoot your cryptos onto an external wallet to protect yourself. But it's getting those other coins around pancake swap. I think that's where you'd put your coins up for a sale price, and somebody else would come along and offer to buy them at a certain price, and then you'd do a pancake flip, so to speak. But anyway, if you know any more about staking or what he's just talking about, please do put it in the comment section. It would be quite educational to other users and also myself. Appreciate the support.
The great thing about HVT Earn is that it is geared towards our new users with a simple to follow instructions and an extremely low transaction fees. Best of all, users can redeem their funds at any time, enjoying unprecedented flexibility. HyperVerse is committed to comply with global regulation.
Oh my God, I hate when they talk about regulations and law when they're not even, it's illegal doing these Ponzi schemes. But anyway, carry on. They're not even a company. And we obviously don't know who corporate is, but we do now, don't we?
As we announced in December at the launch of our new HyperVerse, for regulatory reasons, not all of our products will be available in all countries. That is true for HVT Earn, which will not be available in the US market due to the regulatory system in America.
I think that's meant to give you an endorsement or something, or because it's like it's some big regulated industry they're in. I mean, crypto is non-regulated, right? I mean, this is a Ponzi scheme, right? And all of a sudden they talk about regulatory systems in America, like they're trying to follow the letter of the law, or like they have a bank that you can walk into and say, hi, I'd like to buy some metaverse, HyperVerse dollars, please, or I'd like to open an account with HyperVerse. You know, imagine going into your corner dairy and saying, oh, am I possible here, like Western Union, to actually buy a membership on HyperVerse?
Our American members can still enjoy the regular membership and other parts of the HyperVerse ecosystem, of course. That saying, we're excited to roll out HVT Earn in other countries. I believe that HyperVerse DeFi will be an amazing way for users to earn additional income. I would strongly encourage all of you in countries where it is available to try it out. Let us know what you think about this new area of opportunity. If you love this, that would be a great motivation for us to release even more similar products down the road. Thank you, and I look forward to our next update.
Excellent. Oh, nice. I think he's got a pink tie or a blue tie. I'm not sure yet.
Yep.
Pink tie. This is the worst dressed. Yeah, I think I would never wear a pink tie, Stephen Reece Lewis, whoever you are. Yeah, so hopefully we've got the timelines back. But now you can sort of see that corporate have continuously come out with things to string people along. Corporate has stolen everyone's money. That's the honest truth of it. And do research, because they've still got the money. What we need to do somehow, not that I've invested, but you need to find out how to arrest Ryan, Sam, or Jayden. And whoever the two Kevins are, hopefully you're sweating a little bit between the legs right now, because obviously you guys have taken out the money. You know, so Sam informed one of the VIP5s that the 5 corporates have been withdrawing the Bitcoin. They were not whale trading as alleged, not investing in startups as they said they were going to, and had no intention to pay anyone back ever. They were not doing anything they were saying they're going to do. And this VIP 5 that I'm talking about got thrown under the bus. So, hey, I don't like anyone that's promoting Ponzi schemes. I'm not waving anyone's flag, but I don't think it's fair that anyone should take the blame for what's going on with corporate. My informant had made it blatantly clear that bad management is the reason why they have got out of it now, because it's just no good.
Oh, HyperVerse. I just learned of the names of the winners from our latest Supernode competition.
Alrighty, so I'm very sorry, but the sound is really bad on this one. They must have been on the run at the time, so I'll try to stop it and say the bits. So they had a Supernode competition in here.
And I'd like to send out hearty congratulations to the outstanding candidates that have outshined everyone else. To me, the winners of this competition deserve nothing but the highest of recognition. This award appropriately reflects the endless hours they have spent securing new members for our community, addressing potential concerns, as well as the care and dedication needed to continuously build up their teams. These winners serve as a great example to the rest of us, as a reminder that hard work begets success, and that the HyperVerse platform rewards individuals who are determined to succeed and contribute selflessly to the community. Remember, the path to success is always a bumpy one. Working towards your goals and dreams can be challenging, but the results can be very worth it. By having the willingness to outwork and outlearn anyone, the road to success becomes clearer. The behaviour of our winners clearly exemplifies this, and I hope that everyone can learn from their accomplishments and use them as motivation for themselves. On behalf of the entire HyperVerse family, I would like to congratulate the following winners. Bitcoin Beauty.
So if you don't know Bitcoin Beauty, I call her Brenda Chunga. Now, Brenda Chunga was brought in for questioning in the beginning of December this year, and she was questioned for 3 hours. She has told investigators that she had only ever received $1 million from HyperVerse. She was a solo mum. If you go to one of my videos, you will see that she hired a yacht and she had a big do on the yacht, promoting it. She's made far more than $1 million from my calculations, so that's a lie. Since she's been questioned, Keith Williams has been nowhere to be seen, and he's not coming back into leadership. I think this is the end of HyperNation, HyperVerse, and the like. Soon, what would you do if they just took all the websites offline? You know, they're obviously stolen the money. These guys are thieves, and they've paid. They've offered to pay the VIP 5 that I was talking to. They've offered to pay them huge money to implement an exit strategy. Now, Keith Williams, after they did the last big announcement, now I always get the name wrong, but there's another community out there called the Tashumi Show. I always get it wrong, I'm sorry, but you've got David, Marcus, and Troy. Now, Troy won, I think it was $200,000 or something, but they're only going to pay it out to him if he did a video saying that he was endorsing HyperNation, and he didn't agree with it at the time. So they started providing a haven for people to go and talk about the withdrawal failures in their Zoom meetings. They had 5,000 people in their Zoom meeting, and then they dropped a whole lot of Nova Tech FX people in there and told everyone that they should diversify their investments with another Ponzi scheme. It was ridiculous. 2 days after that happened, Keith was announced as the global sales representative for HyperNation, washing his hands of HyperVerse. And what they've been trying to do is obviously have an exit strategy. So the exit strategies with what I've seen is HyperNation and HyperCosmos, and creating a whole lot of confusion for people. Keith Williams, in my opinion, has taken the huge money. He has taken the money, and I'm not paid by anybody or any backhanded to say anything I'm about to say. Keith Williams is the guy that needs to be taken out of the system. He has made, I've heard from people that people have been turning up with cash, and he's been creating accounts on their behalf and doesn't know what to do with the cash. If Keith Williams is announced in the paper as a thief, he will be done for money laundering or fraud. Now, when I was in the New York Times, the reporter that interviewed me over 13 weeks and interviewed me 4 times was actually knocked on Keith Williams' door, and he wouldn't come to the door. Des Amy is working out of the shared office space of Regis in London. He was the UK Mirror, went up there to question him about his coin that he tried starting, and he ducked off to the loo. Since then, his Des Amy Finance, or Amy Finance, is it Amy Finance Academy? Yep, that is gone. And also his YouTube channel has gone offline. And also his 50,000 subscribers on his Instagram have all gone. But he's now off there promoting something else. It's not HyperVerse, but there's something else he's been promoting quite a lot. It might be wewe.Global, it might be Novatech. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. But these guys need to be accountable. I believe that Keith Williams has taken the big payout, and I believe he's at the moment trying to implement a exit strategy. Brenda Chunga is now informing authorities to save her own bacon. She's telling people she's only received $1 million out of HyperVerse, which is a load of rot. And also, I don't know which one it is, David, Troy, or Marcus. One of them has also been helping informants. So this year, 2023, is really designed to take out these people that have been promoting these Ponzi schemes, which makes my heart joyful, because I'm sick of getting these emails every single day of people that have lost money to HyperVerse.
King BTC, RL Media, and Elon Im spent Thrift Trust.
One of the other Ponzi schemes I'm busting said they were going to give away 2 Cybertrucks, 2 sports cars, and $3 million in crypto. And they did this big, massive promotion, and it was all around the internet, blah, blah, blah. And then they announced the winners, and it was all rigged. And to this date, this video of announcing the winners has only ever received 1,000 views. And one of the winners who won the sports car, they didn't even give away the 2 Cybertrucks or the 2 sports cars or the $3 million, but they gave away a Cybertruck and a supercar. I think it was Ferrari. And the person that won the Ferrari wanted to remain anonymous. Well, how convenient. So all these competitions that you see are rigged. And if you go back, you've got Roman, you've got Brenda Chunga, and I can't remember who it was, but there was another one. And if you go through the Hyper Community YouTube account, you will see these guys doing a testimonial about how wonderful HyperVerse was. And this was what they asked Troy to do from the Toshubi show, which is just ridiculous. So all these competitions are all rigged to get the influencers.
These winners will be able to receive attractive rewards amounting to more than $1 million USDT. And I hope this will inspire the rest of you to do your best in the future campaigns that we organise. Hello everyone, this is Stephen, the CEO of HyperVerse. In light of some recent feedback that we've received from our community, it is imperative for me to take some time to address the concerns that our members may have with regard to KYC. KYC, which stands for Know Your Customer, is a
So this is brilliant, actually, and this is where it really slowed down the process, and everyone was getting really pissed off. But basically, they wanted all your personal details so that they could figure out who had multiple accounts and who didn't. This is what they were saying, and then they were telling you that all your data is secure and safe. And now what they've done 3-4 days ago, they came out and did an announcement telling us that right now when this announcement was happening, at the beginning of the year, someone had hacked into HyperVerse and managed to steal all the crypto. And then they went to FTX and they went to Binance and told them that they could freeze anyone trying to take out large sums of crypto. And they went back to the hacker, which I don't know how they figured out who the hacker was, offered him $400,000. And it was only on the 1st of January that they managed to negotiate a deal with the hacker that he took the $400, gave them back the $2, $3, $4 billion with a B, and then they've just made an announcement. And then that announcement that they've just done, which came up the very next day after Sam Lee got in front of the community and started talking, has been taken off the internet like it doesn't exist. If you go back to my last 5 videos, you'll see one with capital letters in it, and it actually shows you that very letter that corporate, which we now know is Sam Lee and Ryan Zhu and Jayden Wei, and also 2 Kevins that we don't know. And also Sam Lee reckons that he gets a board meeting once a month with Ryan Zhu and Jayden. But corporate are the ones that have taken the money. And also they've tried to pay VIP a huge amount of money, it was their words, to create an exit strategy. And also they have said that they never had any whale money, whatever that means, for I presume that's for riding the crypto market. There was no investments on startups, and there was also no investment on the metaverse, was the other thing they said. So if you've just tuned in, they said they had no intentions to pay people back. This was breathtaking. It's I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Friday, Saturday night. And I've sacrificed my Saturday night to do this video because I really want to get it out. So let's carry on, listen to more lies. We've only got 3 minutes left.
Multi-step verification process that helps to prevent the creation and the use of fraudulent accounts. By identifying and verifying that a customer is who they say they are, it enables us to better prevent non-compliance or other malicious activities. Simply put, KYC helps us to protect our members and community, and easy for us to keep a clean and fair business environment and membership community.
It's a terrible video, and it's not me, by the way, it's them. Now, you would think that the hackers got them locked out of their own studio, going by the sound quality of this one.
The current measures that we have implemented were only done so after careful consideration. We have tried to look for alternatives, but none were beneficial or impactful as KYC. This is why it took us some time to officially run KYC in our platform. I know that some users may find it an inconvenience, but believe it when I say that it is necessary for the long-term growth and stability of the HyperVerse platform. Even more so because KYC is a trend more broadly in the cryptocurrency industry. So we are prepared and compliant in alignment with our industry's trends. In addition, let me also address any privacy and data concerns. When it comes to KYC, we will only collect the necessary information that will allow our members to use our products and services. The information we require is largely similar to most top-tier platforms, such as a government-approved ID, a selfie, proof of residence documents, or source of funds. We do not and will never sell your data to third parties.
No, but now they've admitted at this time that theoretically that they had a hacker going throughout all your data. So this is just shocking.
All information collected for KYC can only be viewed by our professional team of risk assessors. So you can have peace of mind knowing that your data is in safe hands.
As Sam Lee said, it's laughable that they alleged that someone would hack the platform that he provides through HyperTech Group. Now we know that HyperTech Group is the owners of HyperVerse. Something's broken down in that company, and they have taken all the people's money.
Once your KYC application has been submitted, reviewed, and approved, you will once again be able to access all the products and services available within the HyperVerse. The system will automatically generate a digital identification code for you, which will be used to identify you within the HyperVerse. And all your personal data will also be encrypted by cryptography to ensure the highest level of security. Not every KYC review takes the same amount of time, as some KYC submissions raise questions that need further investigation. For example, we find multiple accounts with the same person. Please be aware and understanding of this reality. At this moment, our HyperVerse platform has achieved yet another new milestone with the launch of the HyperVerse membership 2.0, which now offers an unprecedented 4 times leverage. Newer and better initiatives will be launched as we continue to evolve. I seek everyone's cooperation for the KYC progress so that we can continue to serve you better. Thank you, and I'll speak to you all again soon.
There you go. That's HyperVerse. So to reiterate this whole video's purpose, there was 2 things I was going to tell you. First of all, who is corporate? So we have 5 people involved. Unfortunately, there's 2 Kevins. No offense to anyone who's named Kevin, but there's no public. They've never been in the public. And the 3 other people is Jayden Wei, Sam Lee, and Ryan Jew. And they're all part of a company called HyperTech Group. Now, I did show you Project Frugal's 10 videos. He did extensive videos on, where the companies originated from. Now, we've got Sam was informing one of the VIP5s that the 5 corporates had been withdrawing the money into Bitcoin. There was no whale trading, there was no investments on startups, and there was no intentions to ever pay people's money back. This was over the line for one of the VIP5s. They wanted to pay someone a ridiculous amount of money to come up with a slow exit strategy. So this is exactly what these last few videos of Stephen Reece Lewis has done. It is a slow exit strategy. And I believe the person that has that slow exit strategy is actually Keith Williams. Keith Williams is the one that has been announced the global sales representative for HyperNation. He is also saying that he's going to have nothing to do with, HyperVerse and collecting people's money. But I have said to you that the money is in the owners' wallets. I'm not 100% clear if there's any investors involved. I have asked, but I haven't got an answer yet. So I will let you know in a future video if I find out. But at the moment, it seems logical that the owners of the HyperTech Group that Sam Lee owns are the ones controlling the purse strings. And my informant says the money is all tied up in crypto wallets. So, when they bust those people in those houses and they find these crypto wallets, that's what I would be doing. Now, what I want to do, I just want to flip into, once again, I want to show you, the purple matches. That's lovely. So this is Project Frugal's YouTube account. And if we go back to, I'm just going to go to Project Frugal. So you can see these are his videos. I'll just get rid of this one here. So if you want to know how to save money, just have a look at he's been painting his roof for a long time, which is a bit of a scream. So if you want to learn how to I used to be a painter and a decorator, but Vinny put his heart and soul into producing 10 videos going right into the background of HyperVerse right through. And I'm kidding you, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm watching it again today, which just blows my brain away, the amount of information, deep diving he did. So go to his view full playlist and you'll see that he's actually got 10 videos here all about HyperVerse. The other interesting thing, he's got 1,100 subscribers. He should have 100,000 subscribers. If you are looking at his videos, do the right thing. Do subscribe and like his videos. He would be very appreciable, and he does not know I'm using his videos. I'll send him a message once this is uploaded. The other one is you have... Hello, everyone. My YouTube account. And if you go to my last 5 videos, you will see some of the latest stuff I've been working on. I'm just going to go into a couple of funny ones. So this was Sam. Sam is 100% responsible for the money. I published that what I did is I did a live, and that was in the last day, I've had 331 people look at it. But in here, you can see Sam being questioned. You can see some of the other Ponzi schemes that I have been busting, like right through to Super One, Luna One, some of the gold ones, even Sam, like he's got his own. This is why I think Sam's come back into the hyper community, because he's got stable.limited Facebook Deo. And when he come back, I was really surprised to see him come out of hiding. I was so surprised. It's back. I was laying it. This is what I did. He's alive! He's alive! Sam Lee is... Yeah, so when I found out that Sam Lee had stuck his ugly head out, I was amazed. I did a video about Hyper One, because they were talking about him coming back then. I boo-hooed it, but then he turned up. I did a very comprehensive video on Mr. H, which I thought Mr. H was replaced. They replaced Stephen Reece Lewis with Mr. H. It was quite ridiculous. Hey, look, people like me and Vinny, we spend hours putting these videos together. We're here to help people like you not get scammed. We really do appreciate your subscription. I have been in the New York Times. I had a whole page on the New York Times about my quest to name and shame anyone that's running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. If you go to my shorts, you can see that people do give us a lot of information. For example, I mean, listen to this guy here, Carl, telling people
Is it possible to get the principal out that I put in, my capital, or no? So that was just the only way it can be done. So the only way I can get money out is by onboarding new people. You have to, yeah. And I'll tell you what. Where did my money go? Sorry? Where did my money go? Where did my investment go? My principal. It's still in HyperVerse. It will move over to HyperCosmos. Yeah, so I have to onboard people into this new thing, which I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that with people, given my experience with HyperVerse. Okay, so you have a choice. Then here's your choice. All the money that's in there, just walk away, forget about it, because you're never going to get it. So I never get the money. You'll never get the money. The only way you will get it paid is this way. And the reason is taking other people's money and putting them on the line to risk losing all their money. Okay, Leland, I'm not going to get into an argument with you in my room here. If you're not happy with it, please leave and then get your information elsewhere. But I'm not here to cause an argument with anybody. I'm here to rely the information that I know of what's going on. If you're not happy about it, there's nothing I can do. I'm just the messenger. I think you're misunderstanding the question. Is it? Yeah, so that was amazing. That was when I've forgotten his name, Carl, I've got to say his name actually. This guy's been rampant at promoting HyperVerse, HyperFund, HyperNation.
Carl Haavaldsen.
So 2 days after that video came out and I managed to grab it, he took down all his videos on his Vimeo channel that were promoting HyperCosmos, and then he said he's no longer promoting it. He doesn't think it's a good thing because they've got nothing. They were literally creating packages, and if you sold a package to a friend or a family member for $1,000, HyperCosmos were going to pay you out 50% of it in just for selling it. And then people were going, well, what's in the package? And there was nothing. It was just absolutely shocking. Anyway, so the other ones too that you might want to have a look at, I've got a video here of Sam Lee doing his vacuuming at home, which is actually pretty amazing. I'll just turn that music down. So here he is doing his vacuum at home. I went through and I zoomed up on all the light switches. They do look like light switches in America. If you want to prove me wrong, please do. I'm literally trying to find out where Ryan Jew is. He's the guy that's got your money, as I pointed out. Also, the other one is we've got a video here of him singing karaoke at some bar. There's some nightclub. The person that provided me these videos told me that they were providing karaoke services and adult services. And if you look at the t-shirt he's wearing while he's singing that, you have to put this on a big screen. You can see the the video of him doing the vacuuming, and he's wearing the same t-shirt. So we don't know what country he's in. I'm assuming that it's in America, which would be unusual, but looking at the pokey little apartment this guy lives in, what a lifestyle he must have now. He's got all your money, but he hasn't got a nice lifestyle to go with it. So these guys are looking at coming up with an exit strategy. These guys have stolen your money. There's no doubt about it. I should know more than most people. I'm getting people giving me information every day. So it's just incredible. So this is the nightclub he was singing at. Now that does actually look like something in China. But if you know where that is and you may have been there, please do let me know. And if you were the person that provided me these videos, I have texted you and we have emailed. I'm happy to sign any NDA to keep your privacy, but we really want to find out where Ryan Zhu is. And if anyone's going to find them, why can't the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger do that? And that's isn't that gorgeous? Listen to this.
I could have my Gucci on.
That's Pixel. He's fast asleep on my bed at the moment. So I'm Danny DeHeck. As I said, I really do appreciate your comments. If you hit the up arrow, the thumbs up button, it makes a huge difference to getting these videos out. I've done my best at bringing you, a place where you can be safe on the internet. It's a terrible world out there. So just to reiterate, what I want to do is I want to bring over my notes. I know if you go back to the start of this video, I basically say everything that you want to hear, but I'm just going to do another clicker. That helps line up the audio. Don't ask me why. So as much as I don't like people promoting Ponzi schemes and running a scam, everyone does have a conscience and everyone has limitations on how far they will go. Some people are victims and other people have been used as scapegoats, and there's no doubt about that. My mother always used to say, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. She used to also tell me to never leave Jehovah. So I didn't always listen to her, thank God for that. I'm saying... so what I'm actually saying tonight is I am saying, who is corporate? I'm telling you there's 5 people in corporate, and where has your money gone if you invested in HyperVerse? Well, there's actually 5 people in corporate. 2 of them are called Kevin, but they have not had any public appearances, so we can't give you any names of the 2 Kevins or who they are or last names, but the 5 people in corporate. So we've narrowed it down to 5 people. We've got Jayden Wei, Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. Jayden, Sam, and Ryan Zhu are all part owners of a company called HyperTech Group. And if you go to my videos, you'll see that Sam Lee was talking about how HyperTech was the one responsible for providing the platform that HyperVerse runs on. And the claims of them actually being hacked were laughable. So that makes sense. They all started way back in a company called Bitcoin Group. And then it turned into Collins Star Capital. And then HyperTech Group was born, and if you were a private investigator, I would be going through these videos I'm about to talk about. So HyperTech Group created HyperCapital, HyperFund, HyperVerse, HyperNation, HyperBond, HyperCosmos, HyperPlanet, HyperStore. Yes, a whole lot of hype with different crypto coins and tokens associated with it. One of these companies actually got acquired by a company called Digital X. I think it's an Australian company. I'm pretty sure it is. So if I were a private investigator, I'd be knocking or ringing on their door and finding out what their involvement is with HyperTech Group, because if they're still actively involved and they have people like Sam was talking about how HyperTech Group has outsourced a lot of their work, but they must have offices somewhere and they must be doing work, or that's all part of the exit strategy. So if you want to catch any people, I would recommend that you go through an Unsung Heroes Project Frugal website, and his name is Vinny. He lives in Wellington, New Zealand. I'm in Christchurch, New Zealand. I've talked to Vinny late at night quite a few times. He's done 10 videos. The first 4 videos will tell you the whole background of HyperTech Group and how it originated. It gives you names of other people that we haven't brought into the conversation. If I was a private investigator, I'd be going through there and scouting every single person's name that had involvement with Sam, Ryan, or Jayden, and I'd be questioning them to see if they've had any involvement. As I said, if you're going to look at Project Frugal's videos, he has 1,100 subscribers to date. Hopefully he'll have 100,000 one day. Make sure you like his video and do the right thing if you're going to watch his content. And as I said, Vinny, doesn't know I'm telling you this while I'm using his video, so we'll have a nice surprise hopefully when this video is live. Right, Sam informed one of the VIP 5s that the 5 people in corporate have been withdrawing withdrawing the funds out of HyperVerse into Bitcoin. There was no whale trading ever, no investments on new startups ever, and no intention to ever pay people's money back. It's a Ponzi scheme. They've paid out a few people at the start. They've paid a few VIP 5s. And one of the VIP 5s was offered huge money to do a slow exit plan. Now, it looks like because he had ethics, even though I might call him a dirty, rotten scammer. Sorry about that, mate. There is Keith Williams. Now, Keith Williams has just been appointed the global sales representative. So he took a backhander. As I said, Brenda Chunga had been brought in for questioning at the beginning of December. She has alleged that she's ever made $1 million out of HyperVerse, and she's also said that she's going to help the investigators by being an informant. Now, that's ridiculous, isn't it? So she is looking after her own ass. Since the beginning of December 2023, Keith Williams has disappeared, and he's left his memes to run the meetings. And if you were to have a quick look at my YouTube channel, you can see that one of the videos I did recently was Sam. Yep, so this was Jackie and I've forgotten her name. What's her name? Tammy Jackson were interviewing Sam Lee. Now, it's worth having a watch. If you've lost big money, you do some investigation. I've got some reasonable traffic on those videos, but the one that really took the cake was the one I published last night, and that is basically another entity questioning him. Now, I'm going to show you something to help you with my long-form content. So if you're watching any of my videos ever, you've got a description here. If you click show more, it drops down and you can see all the time stamps. And if you go down a little bit further, where are they all gone? Normally, my timestamps are here, but that's gone. But I want you to listen to this one guy who gave it to him. And I've got, I'll just make that bigger so you can see. But see, with the timestamps, I have asterisks. And John was really good, so I've put an asterisk by him. Emma was really good, and this guy here took the cake. But have a listen to this.
If I'm in a strong position, right, then this meeting wouldn't be happening.
I have total faith and trust in you as far as building businesses is concerned, but I don't have a great deal of faith in you being able to negotiate with the corporate team at HyperVerse.
Yeah, and I'm not here to. If I'm in a strong position, right, then this meeting wouldn't be happening.
I have total faith and.
Don't know what's going wrong here.
You know, I build businesses in a very logical way, right, and you know, to be honest, if I'm in a strong position, right, then this meeting wouldn't be happening.
I have total faith and trust in you as far as
guys, I'm trying to find
concerned, but I don't have a great deal of faith in you being able to negotiate with the corporate team at HyperVerse.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and I'm not here to mislead you.
So that you
as a captain have been watching this ship sinking.
Yep.
People have been hurting in a real big bad way.
Good man.
And you've done nothing but sat back and looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And now guess what?
Yep.
As you said, I'm back. Yes, of course you're back.
What a joke.
But there's an agenda behind you. You've come back because you want the community back.
Yep.
Now you said you're going to do something else. We've had MOF, we've had Cosmos, we've had all these coins. They've all failed. Something new you're going to start. It's again going to be what? It's going to be a new coin.
No, it's already started.
What guarantee we got in there?
Stable
now,
Deo.
going back to you people, as you said, you and Ryan, you were the whales, were the people that made Bitcoin in 2009. So you don't know about how the business works. You don't know there's a bear market, that you don't know there's a bull run. This is something new to you people. This is not new. You've done this many times.
I like
so this wasn't going to be new for you people that you're experiencing what it is.
All right, guys, I think I've done my job. Remember, corporate has taken your money. Corporate has your money in their wallets. And the other thing is, corporate is Jayden Wei Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. And there's two mystery people, both of them are named Kevin. So they are the guys that have your money, and they have it in crypto wallets. The other thing I've heard is that one of the VIP5s was offered huge money to help them implement a slow burn exit strategy. There was no investments done with any new startups. There was no whale trading going on the crypto. It was the whole lot's been a scam, and they had no intentions at ever giving your money back. So with that information, go through Project Frugal's videos, look for all the changes in the names of the company, do some investigating yourself, and any information, please go to deheck.com and click on my Contact Us button and give me information. The more information we get, the better, and I'm building up a database, but I was blown away by that information, so I've given up my Saturday night, and I'm here telling you guys what I've found out, and I'm sharing it with you guys. I'm Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I strike again. This time, let's bring an end to these Ponzi schemes. Let's stop people from losing their life savings to these people that are bastards and taking other people's money. It's not fair. Hope you've enjoyed my video. Please like, subscribe, and do helps get this video out to the masses. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that, me playing my video. I put that together last night. It obviously was a couple of hours. I'm actually really grateful for the 13 people we have in here at the moment, and I really value your support. If you check out the description of the video I've just played, you'll see that we've actually, I'm trying to turn that music down now. You'll see they've actually got a Telegram group where a lot of people offer us a lot of information. I'm currently busting quite a few different scams, and I really get a lot of support from my community. You know, a video like that took me about 6-7 hours to put together. So, and then I have to render it when I go to bed at night. I went to bed last night around about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, just been out for a walk with Pixel, and I was listening to that live broadcast as I was walking around Burwood Forest in Christchurch, which was fantastic. Hoping to get home in time so I could press stop, and then I decided to come in here and say good day to people who have been watching us. So I really appreciate it. The other thing I'd like to say, I'm actually putting the real version online. It's been uploaded. It took 5 hours to be, I think it actually took 6 hours to upload. It's rendering at the moment, so in probably about an hour there will be a low quality version available for people to download. That's the video I really want to push. So by you guys liking and sharing that content, it actually tells YouTube you like my content, and then they send it out within the YouTube community. 50% of the traffic that goes out to my videos are actually comes from YouTube itself, and then all the timestamps that I put in these videos get picked up in the search results. And when people search for Sam Lee or Ryan Zhu or Jayden Wei, now remember, these guys, we need your help. We want to capture these guys. As far as I'm concerned, my informant told me that the crypto is still in crypto wallets, and he said there was 5 people in corporate. And as I said, there's 2 Kevins, and there's Jayden, Sam Lee, and Ryan Zhu. Now, for Sam Lee to come on to the community, I don't know if you noticed the video that we just showed you just before the end, but he was saying that he has a key position to negotiate with corporate. So what he's basically saying, I think Ryan and maybe Jayden, they've had some sort of fallout of some sort, and Sam Lee seems to be, basically trying to negotiate a different deal than that's on the table. But he basically is the scammer. So he's a sheep in wolf's clothing. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's the guy that's got the money. These guys have made millions of dollars out of the community, and they have used a lot of the VIPs as scapegoats. As I always say, I don't support anyone that is promoting a Ponzi scheme. I'm here to name and shame people and make people publicly aware of anyone that's actively promoting a Ponzi scheme. There's a lot of politics involved. My information has been on the back burner for 3 or 4 months of chatting. I've built up a lot of trust with a certain person, and I've been given some real gold nuggets. Enough is enough. It's time for Sam Lee to be totally exposed as the person behind HyperTech Group. And if you go through and look, as I said many times, look at Vinny's videos, you can see that it's not rocket science, it's the heck science. It's blatantly obvious that Jayden, Sam and Ryan have been negotiating together. Who knows who the two Kevins are? That will come out in time, no doubt. But I can tell you one thing about the two Kevins that I didn't mention, that those three amigos will know who those guys are. And if they were brought in by questioning, I'm sure the two Kevins would be exposed and then would be able to get the money back from these crypto wallets. A lot of the VIP fives have received a lot of the money. My calculations show they at one point did talk about 1.5 million people had actually invested in HyperVerse. Sam Lee had talked recently about over 1 million people. So if the minimum investment was $300, so that's $3 billion. Like I said, I had somebody ring up, tell me their family put in $5 million. I've had lots of people tell me they put $100,000 in. So the minimum investment isn't just $300. So just by a quick calculation, this is more than a $4 billion scam, and somebody needs to be made accountable. But when somebody like Sam Lee comes back into the picture for his hidden agenda, maybe to promote his stable limited, new Ponzi scheme that he's trying to create. He's asking people to stake money with him for 10 years like he's some genius. He's not a genius. He's going to be locked up eventually. And remember, Danny DeHeck, the crypto Ponzi scheme avenger, helped bring him into bars. And this is what the noises I want to hear, is those jail bars. So I'm Danny DeHeck. I really value having you here. I want to press stop now. This is a 2-hour video. Remember, please go and like and share and subscribe. Hit the bell. You'll be notified when my more videos come out. But in a few hours, you'll see the real version of this video come out. And that's the one I really want the activity on. So have a great day, and thanks for your support. This is sort of a bit of a closure to me when it comes to the HyperVerse, the HyperFund, and the HyperNation. And I know Vinny, especially, as I said, he's an unsung hero. He's done so much work at exposing who's behind this company, and it's so nice to be able to get it from the other end. So it's not my investigation. Someone has come forward and they've told us the actual who's behind HyperVerse. They've also told us who's got the money. They've also told us where the money is. And this is information that is no surprise to us after doing over 150 videos. So yes, so we're looking forward to that. All right, I'm Danny DeHeck. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Help us get these videos out, and let's stop people losing their money to these bloody scammers. I'm still going, aren't I? I am. Let's try that again.